gonna pop in on this live. Let's see who's gonna pop in to talk to Auntie today. Let's see. Today I want to talk about, how everybody always try to be so positive. Everybody want to be so positive. Sorry about that. You know how everybody just wants to be so positive. Everybody want to be positive and they want to push positivity. But I want to say you can't get to that positive standpoint until you have went through all those grieving stages that you have to go through in life. And that's with anything in life. Like you can't be a positive person if you haven't experienced certain things in life. In my opinion, it takes a lot of bumping your head and falling to get back up and become the better version of yourself. So that's what I want to talk about today. So, to whoever have decided to pop in on my live, I really appreciate it so much because this doesn't have to deal with people that just are dealing with a disability. This is just people in general. We all bump our heads sometimes. And all of us sometimes get into a rut to where we feel down upon ourselves. And we have friends and families that'll come to us and be like, "Oh, you need to stop grieving or you not need to stop being so negative all the time." Well, that is true if you're a negative person every day. But sometimes you have to go through those processes to become a better individual. Like if you don't go through certain things in life, you haven't experienced those things. So you can't become a better version of yourself. Yes, you may have a mother or a brother or a sister or a friend that is older than you and that's giving you great advice. But how many times has somebody that we love given us advice and we just let it go in one ear and out the other? A lot of the times we have to bump our head a whole bunch of times before it'll actually stick in, right? So, this is what I'm here to talk about today. You have to bump your head. You have to go through things in life to become a better person. Yes, some of us have grew up in households where we had positive role models. But let's be honest, a lot of us haven't. So when we haven't been brought up in those environments and we have our peers or other people that try to steer us in the right directions, we always just let it go in one ear and out the other. Sometimes you'll see them rolling their eyes or be like, "Man, I ain't trying to hit it." Until what? You fall, you bump your head, and you probably, majority of the times, you have gotten yourself in a big old mess. Now you want to listen, you know? So, this is what I'm talking about today, So, you have to go through things in life to become a better person majority of the time. Now, we have those 5% that do what they have to do, you know, and they excel at the rate of, people want us as individuals to excel, go to college, get your high school diploma, get a degree, become successful, or get a certificate, become successful. But this is not always how we do it. Sometimes we don't do those things until way later on in life through, and we don't do it until we what? Done bumped our head and we didn't have all those life experiences. Then now we still talking about, dang, I should have listened. Yeah. Woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. Uh-huh. But as long as you are getting it, they don't have a time and a frame when you have to get yourself together. Yes, it's okay to get yourself together when you're younger. But it's not, nothing is wrong with now you're getting yourself together when you're in your 30s, your 40s, or your 50s. They have people that's in college that's just now getting their degrees that's in their 60s. They have some people now that's just getting their high school diploma when they're in their 60s. And I've heard people say, well, dang, why are you getting your high school diploma now and you're in your 60s? Because that's self gratification. That's something that they are doing for themselves. See, it's not all the time people do things for others to make others look at them and be like, oh, that is so such and such, they done went to school, they done got them a degree, they a nurse, or they are this and that. It's not always about doing it so others can boast and brag about you. It's sometimes a lot of people do things for themselves. So this is why I'm here again. Just to say it's okay. It is okay. You don't have to always fit into society's little box that they try to put us all in. It is okay to bump your head and don't get it until you decide to get it. At least you're trying to get somewhere today, you know? Because I know I was very hard headed growing up. Very hard headed, baby. I was one of those people, baby, you could tell me something a million times and I'm going to do what I want to do. Was it the right thing? No, it wasn't the right thing. Uh-uh. But, as long as you are getting it together at some point of your life, I always say it's good to be a young fool. But when you're an old fool, baby, that ain't no good because you're supposed to learn through life experiences. Yeah. So I appreciate everyone that has decided to pop in on my live. I just wanted to come on here with just a brief message because it was on my mind. Because I always see a lot of people, they try to look down when people express themselves as, it's like social media want everybody to be positive, 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 positive. But sometimes a person have to be negative sometimes to be able to get to that positive standpoint. If you get what I'm saying, it's just like the grieving process. And I know somebody gonna talk about, oh Lord, she always on here preaching and she can't even talk. I'm country. But sometimes you have to go through those processes in life to get to be positive or to get to be where you desire you want to be in life. And I can tell you something that helps me. I made a chart. I had got this big old white cardboard paper. And I had wrote down my goals that I wanted to do within that year. And I set out a plan and I wrote it all down. A vision board, that's what they call it. I had did me a vision board. And sometimes when you can physically see it, now let me get this straight. This is when, at the beginning of my vision loss journey, that I did me a vision board. Because people gonna be like, well, I thought you was blind. Okay. But I did me a vision board. And I put what I wanted to do first, second, and third. Now, sometimes it helps to be able to physically see your board. But if you are visually impaired or blind and can't see your board, you can always put it in your notes in your phone and then you can hear it. Now, I accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish on my vision board, but it wasn't in that order that I had it on that board. So by me seeing it every day and like, yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I accomplished it. Now I'm starting all over again with another vision board. And sometimes that's good to see it so you could get to where you want to be in life. So I don't know if any of you guys have done a vision board before, but it was very helpful for me. And it may be helpful for you as well. So I just decided to come on here today just for a few little words because I had some few things on my mind. And I appreciate everybody that, tuned in and listened to me today. If you are not following me on YouTube, go ahead and follow me at Melissa Jackson 1513. I really appreciate it. If you are not following me on Instagram, it is Melissa Jackson. The E in the Melissa is a 3. If you are not following me on Facebook, it is Melissa Jackson, Melissa Jackson. If you are not following me on TikTok, it is your favorite blind auntie. Once again, I appreciate everyone that did stop in and listen to my little rant. I always try to be helpful. And remember, God only made one you. So don't ever try to be like anyone else. We are all individuals. We are all differently made. Thank God that we are not all walking around here looking the same, shaped the same, have none of the same features and body types because you want to stick out. You want to be different. So when somebody try to tell you something negative that they don't like about you, don't worry about it. Because somebody's going to come around that's going to love everything about you. And thanks again. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Bye, YouTube.